Another judge has gagged Trump badly, choking him, and Trump immediately attacks the judge. Remember that the first gag order on Trump was from Judge Engoron. Trump is now gagging again, this time thanks to who? Thanks to Judge Chutkan. Judge Chutkan has issued a partial gag order. Trump does not have the right to say and do exactly what he pleases, Judge Chutkan says, limiting what he can say about special counsel Jack Smith's federal prosecution into his alleged attempt to subvert the 2020 presidential election. This order restricts Trump's ability to publicly target court personnel, potential witnesses, or the special counsel and his staff. The order did not impose restrictions on disparaging comments about Washington, D.C. Trump can say D.C. sucks. He's allowed to do that. And he's still allowed to make certain comments about the Justice Department at large. The government said, don't let Trump trash D.C. and don't let Trump attack the government. The judge said, no, that he can do, but he can't go after court personnel, potential witnesses, or the special counsel and his staff. Donald Trump giving multiple speeches yesterday in Iowa. We'll look at them in more detail later, but Trump wasted no time attacking the gag order at both of these speeches. Here's the first one in Clive, Iowa.
A judge gave a gag order today.
Gag order.
Did you hear that on speech? Which I believe is totally unconstitutional what she did. A judge gave a gag order. A judge doesn't like me too much. Her whole life is not liking me.
These are attacks on the judge. This is Trump attacking court personnel, arguably violating the gag order. Gag order.
But she gave a gag order. You know what a gag order is? You can't speak badly about your opponent. But this is weaponry all being done because Joe Biden is losing the election and losing very, very badly to all of us.
There's no evidence that any of that stuff is true. Trump then going from Clive, Iowa to, again, I believe it's called Adele, Iowa, but maybe it's called Adel and like Edelweiss. And Trump again bemoaning the gag order.
But no, they put a gag order on me, and I'm not supposed to be talking about things that bad people do. And so we'll be appealing very quickly. But, you know, people understand it. And normally if you get indicted, if you're a politician, I've watched it for years, they get indicted and they walk to a microphone about 4 minutes later. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be leaving office to fight for my reputation and spend time with my family. I love my family so much. You know, that they're out, they're gone. With me, I have a big platform, so I can explain.
All right. So anyway, Trump immediately apparently violating the gag order, taking right away to his platform Truth Central, engaging caps lock and posting, quote, will appeal the gag order ruling, witch hunt, and then also posting a terrible thing happened to democracy today, gag order. Marjorie Taylor Greene also playing the First Amendment card with the gag order, posting, I'm here at the federal courthouse in D.C. as a member of the Oversight Committee to see if Judge Chutkan is really going to destroy the First Amendment, free speech rights of former President Trump and leading candidate for president in 2024. Now, a couple different things. Unlike other elements that Trump said he would appeal in the past, you might remember when one judge set the trial date, Trump said he would appeal it. There's no process for that. There's no process for appealing a trial date. There is a process for appealing a gag order. So apparently he's going to be doing that. Now let's address the First Amendment issue. The argument that Marjorie Taylor Greene and others are making is that by imposing a gag order on Trump in this fashion, it is the government limiting what Trump can say, and therefore his free speech has been violated. His First Amendment rights have been violated. This is, of course, not true. Barring a criminal defendant from publicly criticizing court personnel, including prosecutor, judge, etc., is not unconstitutional. It is not unconstitutional. It is an incorrect legal analysis. This guy, Mike Davis, also made it, saying, quote, barring a criminal defendant from publicly criticizing the prosecutor and judge is clearly unconstitutional. Gagging a presidential candidate is what happens in third world Marxist hellholes. The D.C. Circuit must fix D.C. Obama Judge Tanya Chutkan's erroneous ruling. Courts can issue gag orders in certain circumstances. In particular, gag orders can be issued to protect the fairness of a trial, the rights of the defendant. It does not violate the First Amendment. Usually, the orders prevent parties involved in the trial from speaking publicly about elements of the case, including others involved in the trial, to ensure that you at least can get an unbiased jury. Now, whether you can get an unbiased jury in this case remains to be seen, but there is no violation of the First Amendment by issuing the gag order. In fact, if there's a criticism to be made of the judge or judges in general that have been dealing with Trump's criminal trials, it's that the gag orders have not come quickly enough, that they have not been broad enough, and that they have not been enforced seriously enough. Trump says he will appeal. We will see what the outcome is of that appeal. People in my audience who sometimes struggle with sleep. You know, you've got those habit-forming prescription medications, which sometimes have side effects. You've got your herbal remedies that often do nothing. That's why the go-to can be melatonin, which is clinically proven to work and without the side effects and the grogginess. Our sponsor, Beam, makes delicious nighttime hot cocoa drinks called Dream with melatonin to help you get to sleep. Melatonin can also help correct circadian rhythm disturbances to get your schedule back on track. Like, for example, if you have jet lag, Beam's Dream Hot Cocoa with melatonin comes in great tasting flavors like mint chocolate chip, chocolate peanut butter, sea salt caramel, or caramel. Come on. No sugar added, sweetened with monk fruit, only 15 calories per serving. My favorite is cinnamon cocoa. I'll just be upfront. It's great to have before bed sometimes. It's hot, very flavorful, but not overly sweet. It's just a soothing way to wind down like an hour before going to bed. For a limited time, you'll get up to 40% off when you go to shopbeam.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman at checkout. The link is down below.